People born with an onychia do not have fingernails and can't grow them. This little kid excited about getting a pocket knife. Bugs escaping from a flood. Just a little Reddit before bed. Men of Reddit, what do you think is more painful than childbirth? Acute radiation poisoning. Fun fact, it's impossible to administer painkillers effectively. Once your body starts decomposing with you still alive inside of it, there's nothing but pain left. Man, that was so fun. What a fun fact to read. There's a mirror screwed into the ceiling above the toilet in my Airbnb. Seems like a stone giant is waking up. This is the last source of light for 600 miles. I thought I was about to get shot for a second. Is this a centipede? There is no problem with this disease. This container transports a disease which has no cure. The power went out at the Sears Tower. A grey huntsman spider is one of the fastest species of spider in the world, able to run 1.6 meters a second, about 40 times its own body length. Just some regular rubber gloves washing accidentally opened the gate of hell. Guillermo del Toro Lovecraft statue in his study room. The Abraj-al-Bayt clock tower is terrifyingly massive. The shoes of those who died at the crowd crush this past week in South Korea, displayed at a nearby gymnasium, so that their families can pick them up. Officer Tommy takes a road trip with Officer Sandusky. That lovely creature is called diademocetism. That red eye you see, is it a nose? An anti-wolf heck collar. Australian blobfish. The inside of this tomato I cut open. My godfather's Shrek costume from Halloween 2001. Cat taking a bath. Seaside whitetail. What and why? My uncle's pizza shop was broken into 3 times this week. He never steals a thing. There have been no arrests. You know Chang and Deng Bunker, born in Thailand in 1811 as conjoined twins. But did you know they had a total of 21 children between them? Heidi Klum's worm costume. If she started crying, wouldn't she technically be drooling as well? The skull of a pug, created by overbreeding. Took this picture of my cat. I never liked this building. All blood vessels in your head. Best Halloween makeup ever. Or 3D piece I made for Halloween. Halloween pizza. This billboard on my own town, scorched out by the sun. I don't know what is it, but it terrifies me. The amount of times someone has unsuccessfully tried to access my personal account. Unused Venom animatronic from Spider-Man 3. This picture shows how the human face would appear without muscles. Dilation pumpkins on a hospital maternity ward. My completely earnest attempt at a Steamboat Mickey Mouse costume. A view of the dystopian hell. I'd like to nominate cardboard humans watching baseball in a dystopian hellscape for photo of the year. Thanks. These birds. Tom Cruise without teeth. Squirrel bet flag. Crab and human hybrid. Harry Potter always looks so serious and brooding, so I used an app to put a sweet little smile on his face. Kangaroo wants inside. Let him in. Captured a lightning strike and apparently a portal to another dimension. Cinder bulks and cement-filled buckets with ropes tied to them, found at the bottom of a dried-up dam. The staff at my hospital, dressed up for Halloween. Took psychedelics for my PTSD, wrote poetry, and did some charcoal sketches. Bird charging station, or what? Constipation. Only you can set them free. In the Welsh Christmas tradition of Merry Ilwyd, a horse skull visits your home singing rhymes outside your door. This is not a party. Come watch me eat an entire rotisserie chicken. November 6th will be the 40th consecutive day that I have eaten an entire rotisserie chicken. 12 o'clock noon. The chicken will be consumed on that abandoned pier near Walmart. This is not a party. Fungus of beans. Right now, I'm picturing a frog making these sounds coming towards me, and I shudder to this thought. How much scarier would a frog be if it ran instead of hopped? You just hear plat 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 coming towards you and you look down, and it's a frog going at full speed. Camera in a furniture screw. This bathroom. The reflection. Some flowers eat mice. Have a nice day. Underside of a lily pad. Normal bird. Scary demon feet. Elsa Gate is back, just in a different format. Blue is drowning in Peep Rainbow Friends. Bathing in Peep Rainbow Friends. Bathed in Peep Rainbow Friends. Happy date of lovers Rainbow Friends. Girl darted in the face Rainbow Friends. Found on a beach in Mexico. Tripped heavy in the pit at Travis Scott. He is a demon. I was in the pit tripping absolute nutsack watching Travis Scott and truly believe Travis Scott is a demon sent from hell. I can't describe the evil and darkness that possessed him. I first-hand witnessed his evil spirits pass to many of the fans at the concert. I luckily got out before the darkness consumed me. I highly suggest avoiding his concerts in the future. I would suggest to pick different shows to trip to. Do you believe it now? Questionable branding strategy. Naming a beverage something nobody ever would want to drink. A creature made entirely of cicada shells. Friend found this in UK Midlands. We have no such native animal. What was it? Neither police nor zoological society responded. A 96 years old man at my mom's assisted living job gave this to my brother because no one else wanted it. It's a deer's, but decorated with eyes. He just won't come in. My PC crashed while watching a YouTube video about AI generated art. I'm afraid. Oh my god, I forgot to show you guys the squid kite I saw yesterday. Sphinx cat with no eyes. This hallway at work. An example of a traditional jack-o'-lantern used throughout Scotland and Ireland to ward off spirits. These were typically carved out using turnips instead of pumpkins. A boy wearing a paperback Halloween costume in Zionsville, Indiana, 1941. Can we go home now? spiral staircase in the abandoned hotel, Belvedere, Croatia. Nature is freaking scary. A baby's skull with a full set of teeth. Annie, are you okay? This tree. The light bulb in my kitchen suddenly dimmed and gave the kitchen this creepy atmosphere. Mike the headless chicken lived 1.5 years, sustained by feeding with a dropper. Sprinkler water drying, and brought some guests on Halloween. The Goliath beetle. These two dogs. This is what owls look like without feather. I think I'll pass. The last photo taken by the Dyatlov Pass incident trackers. Slightly too ready for Halloween. 40,000 Emperor in the old days. Looks like Scorn. Not gonna lie. This is what would happen if Pikachu, or a Chimaru and a Teletubby had a baby. Please don't eat the customers. Restroom is for eating customers only. First the cat clicker, now this. This Japanese company will make you a wearable replica mask of your pet's head. Parasites living in my skin. Capo snag. AI created Michael Jackson at a blackjack table. What's wrong, babe? You haven't touched your cinnamon intestines. The way my dog stared at me looked straight out of the new horror movie Smile. Owner dresses up like a Samoyed. The costume is creeping me out. 2 Sammys. Turkish leg beauty contest, 1971. Inside a snail's body. The Child Eater Fountain in Bern, Switzerland. Mummified Buddha statue in Vietnam. The arm is unusual long due to misplaced leg bone with arm bone during repair. I've seen enough horror movies to know a killer doll when I see one. Charlie Brown if he was CGI. Picture in my doctor's waiting room. I do not look up. I once saw the face of God. A vast and sudden silence among the noisy heavens. That evening I dreamt I listened to one side of a conversation I should not have overheard. I do not watch the skies anymore. I do not look up. Was enjoying my morning coffee when I thought I saw a massive bird on top of a building. Morning picture of my cat yawning by the fridge light. Sweet sleepy kitty. This giant squid found under a oil extraction point. My son's toy in the hallway when I came home from work after midnight. Unattended can of peanuts became a moth larvae haven. This abandoned basketball court in the middle of the forest. Sock monkey at Fort Adams. My husband's creepy ace 5th birthday party, complete with clown 1973. Creepy pic of me, my housemate, and Elsa ×2 watching TV on our front lawn in DC, Halloween 2014. I'm the eyeball. This hairbrush. On October 20th, 2001. 14-year-old Caleb accidentally choked himself to death while working as a scare actor after he had tied a noose around his neck to appear more scarier. While Caleb was struggling to untie the rope from his neck, no one helped him because they thought he was acting. I made a bigger version of the mini pies. Chicago suburb on Halloween late at night. A cold, foggy night with not a single soul on the street. This spider with a humanoid head from a cartoon. This stairway at my school. How many homes have this sign and actually have bodies hidden? No trespassing. We are tired of hiding the bodies. Man finds a rat king in his chicken coop. Bacteriophage viruses. They look like Fing robots. Concept art for the unproduced remake of The Incredible Mr. Limpet starring Jem Kari. The Mac Nighthead from the commercials without its glasses. These weird statues at a Ventura Mall in Florida. Great whites with giant/colossal squid scars on their bodies. My mom and uncle's Halloween party from the early 1960s. What a caterpillar looks like under an electron microscope. This photo of my cat. On December 10th, 1945, William Heron stabbed Frances Brown to death and scrawled this in her lipstick on the wall of her house. For heaven's sake, eat me before I kill more. I cannot control myself. Cursed automaton. Kid at kindergarten loves the movie It. Dutch 20th century anti-flash protection helmets. This Kermit and Piggy couple costume. The brutality let loose on the victim's face almost renders him cartoon-like. From Killer Collections. 14. Meat cleaver. This murder victim is about to undergo an autopsy, but his face was first pieced back together by the coroner after he was attacked with a meat cleaver, not by a crazed serial killer, as one might expect, but a brutal act perpetrated by his own wife. We can only wonder what events might have prompted such a violent crime. Statue in Poznań, Polska. A plush Spider-Man sitting on a garbage truck. Foggy day in the Golden Gate Bridge. Defeats the purpose of a nightlight. Damn, this is what the Snuggle Bear has been up to. For real though, what the duck is this? Vertebrae shape inside the pumpkin I was carving. Somebody decided to make false eyelashes out of cockroach legs. Everything is creepier in black and white. I mean, whatever it says. Baby hanging station. Model Ruth Baxter wearing a W.T. Bender mask called Silly Doll on stage at the Corcoran Gallery of Art, Washington, D.C., November 11th, 1937. This pic my kid took of their cat. Wanna give the kid nightmares? Because this is how you give them nightmares. She liked hedgehogs, so we made a cake for her birthday. My chair when I accidentally drew on the image. I'm grow. Imagine just looking at your window and seeing that. Real picture from not long ago, by the way. This doll I saw in a church museum. The sunlight makes its eyes glow. Ski lift over the dead season. This statue called the Navigator. Children at a Halloween party, late 1950s. Forgot it was Halloween and nearly shut my pants at this decoration. This message in an abandoned school is telling me I'm okay, but there is something ominous about it to me. Stay quiet, you are okay. Sourdough bread mask. The latest in Halloween fashion. Top-notch dental care. This artwork at my hotel was creepy. Another week, another mega tall tower, 610 meters above the ground, maintenance works. This Shrek window climber, whatever that is. Three-headed metal rooster statue gifted to a family member from an older relative's estate. Very heavy, several small inscriptions on the leg showing it's from a limited production. Any ideas what this is, or where it's from? Meri plushie without a nose. Halloween costumes from the 1900s. My apartment in Venice has this clown in their lobby that they dress/undress/reposition according to the time of day. I never saw it happen, but it's right in front of our room, and it gave me the creeps when I first saw it. Found this on Google Earth. My grey pumpkin carving. Beans. Zombie meatloaf. This high chair at McDonald's. This warning on my tractor. Warning. Avoid injury from PTO. Keep all shields in place. Keep hands, feet and clothing away. Operate only with 540 RPM. The tag that came with my friend's Sheen clothes. Warning. What you are about to witness will disturb you. Even shock you. There is dark side of humanity the sea sword won't let you see. But we will. View at your own risk. This is from one of my clothes from Sheen. With this Grinch costume, the residents of Hoville will never know what hit them. Grinch Santa costume suit for Christmas, adult kids men women size jumpsuit mask. This weird bug shell. Found in the women's bathroom at a rest stop on the California/Nevada border. Paused it, probably the worst frame possible. My used water filter versus my new one. This specific filter filters out bacteria, parasites, and microplastics and has to be replaced yearly. This is in Minnesota.